And they definitely didn't have microwaves to cook popcorn on. Everything had to be cooked on open fires like we do here at Bennett Farm. Over here you see we got a big old pot where I cook up meat skins, corn dogs, fried ties. In the old days they would fry chicken, fish, they cook soups and beans in the big pots, and then they have big fireplaces, and this is where they would smoke and cook up their meat and all. Yes, ma'am.
I kind of ate fish.
I love fish. Fried fish, oh, so good. And in just a moment, Mr. Roy, he's going to show you the wood stove. Because again, they didn't have electric gas stoves. So every morning around 4 o'clock, the parents would have to get up and build a hot fire so they could have heat in the kitchen and could have hot biscuit for breakfast. Now, like I said, here we cook up what's called meat skins. Y'all can try one. Now, if you don't like it, you can throw it in the trash over there. Grab one out and give it a try. It's like potato chips. Oh, yeah. Here you go, guys. There you go. Everybody get one. All right. Everybody got one, parents? I also do spicy. Y'all can try those. I usually don't give them to the kids. There you go. If y'all pass those, you'll take that pass it down. I appreciate it.
You want to try one?
Here's
come
the
on.
regular ones here. We'll try the regular ones.
I'm recording this, by the way.
These are regular. Y'all will move on down to this end right here. We fill them in there. You can buy them by the bag. I'm going to get you out here. This is the regular. Here's the spicy. Regular and spicy.
Grab one. Which one's
spicy and regular?
She wants regular.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Wood stove. This is a wood burning stove. Door here. This is the firebox here. There. Put it there. And that fire is what heats the stove. It heats across the top there. And there's a chamber where it goes across over there and heats the oven down below. And the oven here is where we cook our cookies in. Of course, you can cook most anything you want in there. Let's see if things are about ready. Yeah, they look good. You gotta be real careful when you do things for wood burning stoves because you get burned if you don't. See how those look? Just right.
You're thirsty.
I didn't say so myself. I said
he's thirsty. Here, hold on.
Yeah, I got some samples for you. You ready for them? Okay, I'll tell you what. Make that side of the good? Okay.
Spicy, I'm letting that spicy.
17 feet. Can y'all turn this way? We're going to go to the TV.
Look at that. Put the cat down.
There you go. You like a porch cat too? Oh my God. Yeah. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead back.
Thank you.
Yeah. How about you, man?
A lot of times in their towns when they would go into to bring their eggs or their butter or something to trade it for things that they didn't have on their farm, they would look for the sign that says, where is the store? A lot of times the wooden Indian would be outside or nearby the store, and that would be their way of knowing this is where the trading takes place and this is where we can purchase things. So they're made out of wood, they're carved, and then this one has some plaster over it with the paint on the outside. But it's just a standard wooden Indian. When we go inside the house, I want you to know a couple of things. There are 2 things I need you to do for me. When we go in, there are 2 benches. Now everybody might not have enough room to sit down, but please sit with your, and is that one short? No, that's Ruthie. Ruthie needs to stay outside, okay? She needs to stay outside when we go inside the tent and the teepee. The teepee was a Indian house. And just like your house, it might be different from your neighbor's house.
Here, let me have her keep going to take this. No, go in there and then
The
you
Indian
come back.
houses were all different. Some Indians lived in huts, some Indians lived in clay houses.
Go in the teepee and then you have her back.
And some just lived out in the elements, depending on the area of the country that they were in. The Indians that we think were here in Alabama, we think were either the Creek tribe or the Cherokee tribe. Now when we go inside, you'll see in the very middle of it, there's a place for the fire. And the fire is going to be where their kitchen would be, because the mothers would cook over the open fire. Or they might have developed some kind of clay oven, depending, to cook their food. Now, they didn't have a whole bunch of different food. They had what they could grow in their garden, what they could hunt or kill in order to eat, or something that they could grow, like corn, and we'll talk about that when we get inside. So, 2 things I want you to do. Sit still on the bench and keep your feet still, because the gravel is loose and smokes up dust, and it's hard to breathe if it all gets to going at one time. Okay? Come on. For warming and keeping things warm. Now where there's fire, there's going to be some smoke. So the teepees were designed so that there was an updraft that would carry all the smoke up and out the top of the teepee. That'd be cool, kind of like a chimney effect. Just drafted upward. The skins and things, woven blankets, would be around the floor over here so that you would have a place to sit or sleep if you had your friends to come and have a sleepover. Okay? Now, there are some things that we found here on the farm that I want to talk to you about for just a second. One is we found this big old arrowhead, and the big old arrowhead we believe was a spear. And the spear was used for self-defense and for also hunting large animals. It would be attached to a large twig or a large blade of some kind so that it could be used for defense. I'm going to let you pass this around. The A has absolutely nothing to do with it. That did not come on the arrowhead. This one we believe to be a hoe, used as a hoe for working in the dirt or for tilling the soil of some type. You see the indentations on the side, we think that's where, and that pretty much authenticates. You need to have indentations that were made, not that you put there, but that were there when you found it, where they would have tied a string or a piece of leather around so that you could actually, hold it and work in the soil. This one's coming that way, okay? This one is shaped kind of like the mouse on your computer, but that's not what it was used for. We think that the mother Indian might have put her grain here, would have cracked a nut, or she would then grind it up until it was very, very small, and she could put it with some water or some milk and make a little cornbread of some kind and cook it for her family. These arrowheads were also found here on the farm. You'll notice the arrowheads are different sizes and different colors. The colors would indicate that they were made out of different kinds of rocks. Some of this is flint, some of it's quartz, some of it you'll find is going to be sharper than others. So that depending on what kind of stone you found, depending on what kind of blade you would have on your arrow. The little ones we believe were tied to the wooden sticks so that they could be shot with the bow to hunt their food, their rabbits or squirrels or whatever. They could do that so they would be able to feed their family. The larger ones we think belong to a knife of some sort, either a fat twig, the antler of a deer, a bone, or some kind of leather strap that they would attach that to. So they could skin things, so they could take, carve the wood on the end of the blade. They didn't have pocket knives, and their grandpas didn't have pocket knives. So they had to make do with what they could find. Okay, you got a question?
Say hi to Brooklyn.
Y'all don't have another station, do you?
Question.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mama.